Hello, thank you for tuning in, and welcome to Abuse It. It's your girl Sha, and we are here to see brave and unapologetically spiritually elevating Delhi. Um, Thank you for everyone who watched my last episode, and I truly appreciate your views, follows, your feedback. Um, it did something. I did not start Abuse as a perfect person, and I'm still not a perfect person. That is exactly why I started to share my story about an abused woman. I have gone through many things. I've gone through things with my own children, absolutely have. But I've also gone through things in my healing journey that help me separate my personal experience from how I support and uplift my children and others. I take accountability for my mistakes, own my shortcomings, and remain open to feedback because growth requires honesty, humility, self reflection. Healing is not about pretending that you never made the mistake that happened. Healing is about owning those mistakes and learning from them, taking a step back and seeing where that you have played a part in um, the demise, or not necessarily the demise, but a portion of whatever's happening. It could be um, your response. It could be um, your tone. So we have to kind of look at things like that. I can remember an incident with one of my sons, and I was so upset. And the B word slipped out. And when it happened, I felt terrible because that was a regular for me growing up. The B word, heifer, hussy, the W word. So I after I said it, and I had to go back to my son, I said, I don't even know if he really truly accepted my apology, but I truly was sorry because I didn't want him to feel how I felt. Like, if someone was to say that to me now, it would just be like water down my back because it was said to me so much, and that's the truth. But that does not mean that he deserved for me to say that to him in that moment. Was I upset? Absolutely. Was I frustrated? Absolutely. Were we going back and forth? And I knew what he was saying to me was not the truth, and it just was like B, and I was like, ugh. I did. I took a step back and I went to him and I apologized. And I'm saying this to you because that was a one time thing, and I learned from doing it once. I didn't continue to communicate with him that way. Um, so this is what I mean about uh, learning from your mistakes. Um, about yes, I make mistakes, but it's about not continuing um, those hurtful things. I know how I felt when it was said to me as a child. Not you. So I can only imagine how it could make him feel. Um, so again, I am here to share my story. I am not a perfect person. I don't expect anyone to be perfect. I expect growth. I expect accountability. I expect um, support. I expect give and take. I expect honesty. And I try to instill that into my children because outside of me, there's a big world. And in this big world, they're not going to be nice people. They're not going to be understanding people. And they have to understand that every person's reaction to them is not a reflection of them. And to stand tall in I'm sorry to send this in my face. Stand tall in themselves, because life is going to come at you left and right. I've instilled that into my kids as young children. My oldest son can tell you, the real world is not pretty. Nobody told me that. Nobody told me. So I try and keep it open and honest with them. And when I make mistakes, I can come to them, because I want the relationship where my kids can come to me. I'm not saying, oh, and I can fix everything and this. If they come to me, I open arms. Um, and I like that relationship. I like to keep those doors open, and even with my friends, and even with my family, those doors are open with honesty, respect, humility, accountability, all of that. And I love my family. My circle is amazing. I appreciate my circle, and I hope this episode helps someone. Um, I'm not perfect, far from it. Do I make mistakes? Absolutely. Do I have down days? Absolutely. It's about those days that you can sit with yourself. You got to be able to sit with self. A lot of people bounce. You can't sit with self. You're never going to find yourself until you sit with yourself and can look at what you did, and not necessarily where you went wrong, but to look at the greater picture of what's happening outside of yourself. So again, this is your girl Sha, and thank you for tuning into the Abused Podcast. We are ambitiously brave and unapologetically spiritually elevating daily. It is daily. Daily. So I thank you for tuning into my podcast. Again, thank you for all of the support, the phone calls, the views, the follows, the good feedback, the bad feedback. But yeah, you guys have an amazing day and enjoy the weather.